Brown, your heart coach, and I wanted to jump on really quick and do some heart talk. Let's try this Tuesday at 2, right? Tuesday at 2 o'clock, have a quick little heart talk session. Um, and what I wanted to share with you today, for those of you that do not know me, I am Adelai Brown, your heart coach. I work with individuals to grow and create heart equity, which is personal, relational, and financial wealth through authentic living. So I have been doing this now. We're celebrating 10 years of doing Heart Talk, our weekly empowerment session. Those sessions are still being done on a private level. They will be back public, and you will receive that information so that you guys can start tapping in. However, in the meantime, I wanted to jump in and just share this with you really quickly to just remind you that there is value in your valley. There is value in your valley. So I feel like I've been in a valley season for a long time. I would say that I was in a valley since my mom passed away in March. I just feel like the valley got deeper um, as I've been reflecting and looking over my life over the last couple years. I've been in a valley for a long time. There has been a richness in this valley. There has been, stress and struggle in this valley. And this valley has different levels. I think sometimes when we think about a valley, we just think evenly down and just going back up. But just like as one may be climbing a mountain and you have to go winding curves and down and up to actually ascend a mountain, when you are descending and going through a valley, it's the same way. I just want to encourage you and just just share with you that you may be going through a valley and you may have been in this valley for a long time, but there's a richness and there is a nutrition that is in this valley that you cannot get on the top of the mountain as you're ascending the mountain. You are being fortified, you are being renewed, you are being restored, you are being uplifted in this valley season. And sometimes these seasons last for a while, just like seasons in our lives, just like seasons that we go through. Just when we talk about nature, right? When people talk about quarters in business, Q1, 2, 3, and 4, that is modeled behind just nature when you look at it, right? And even in a business and life, you go through seasons of life. Be careful with that bag. Hold it around the edge because it could burst on you if you hold around the edge because it can if you just hold in that it can burst. Be careful, like hold the edges. You see how it's already ripping? You see that? Yeah, you got to be careful. Sorry about that. Just like you go through seasons in life, um you're going to go through various seasons in life and getting to know yourself and understanding yourself. So I've had a wrestle with God for a very long time. Good job, Chris. I've had a wrestle with God for a very long time with various things going on in my life. And over the last, I'll say 5 or 6 years, this season of my life has been about getting to know God in a deeper way. Once I started doing heart talk and really starting to get to know myself, get to know God, and in turn get to know myself better, I realized how deep the work needed to go. I also realized um, the foundation and the fortification that is needed and necessary to do the type of work that God has called me to do. I can't look to the left and look to the right and try to compare myself to other people. I have to do what it is that God is calling me to do. And when you understand that you understand that your valley season may look different than somebody else's valley season. You will understand that your ascension up the mountain will look different than someone else's ascension up the mountain. But just understand that they all go together. Just like without rest, work is not complete. You do not complete work until you have rested. That's why the Lord rested with the Sabbath. And just like you have to understand that no matter how successful, how high you're going to go, is determined upon how deep you're willing to dig. So there is value in your valley. Do not give up. When I tell you I have experienced levels of depression, levels of grief, levels of doubt, levels of pain and worry that I have not ever remembered experiencing in these last couple months, my faith has been increased. I can now see my life a lot more clear than I could prior to losing my mom, because the Lord had to remove um, some of my protection and had to take me deeper in him. Good job. Did you put the can to the road? Good job. Now just wash your hands and we should be able to go. Um, the Lord has had to teach me what it looks like to really trust him, to really lean on him, to really depend on him. And you know, and be able to delight in the hard times, be able to rejoice in the valley. And what I can say now, with some things that I got going on, I got a couple speaking engagements going on. I'm teaching the entrepreneurship class again. I got a couple of real estate deals going on, but working with some clients. As many of you know, I have multiple businesses that I own. I feel like they all work together. But what the Lord has been dealing with me with, I've been trying to fit into a box, right? I've been trying to make myself make sense to other people. And if I don't make sense to you, then I'm probably not your people, and that's okay. And what this growth period has been for me, it's almost like my mom passed away 5 months ago, almost six, wow, almost 6 months ago now. Um, it seems like it just happened, and it also feels like a lifetime all at the same time. But the thing about it is the the value that I am seeing is the Lord has been trying to teach me something for a long time. And He knew that me going through this challenge and this um, blow, of test of faith and just of endurance and perseverance and just trust. Um, but this is a work the Lord has been doing on me for years. My mom passing, I feel like, was like a culmination of, let's see if you're going to put into practice what you've been learning. And I can tell you this, the 6 steps that I write about in my book, the 6 steps that I work with my clients with, the divine heart transplant process, the connection, awareness, acceptance, forgiveness, decision, taking action. I have really had to go back to those steps along with the word of God and really be able to see the richness in my life, that even though I have not been, killing your timeline with events and things that I have going on, I have still been making a huge impact in my life, in the lives of others, in my community. And what the Lord was trying to show me is we have to be willing to grow in obscurity. We have to be willing to see the value in the valley. The valley is not a place that people see on the mountaintops. Usually the valley has a shadow over it so people can't see. It reminds me of Psalm 27 when he says that he will hide us in his pavilion, in his secret place. He will hide us. He will set us up upon a rock. And sometimes we think that we're not doing enough because we might not have the numbers, we might not have the people showing up, the support. Your business might not be making the money. Your job, the position you have on your job or may not be on the front line, but you are important. There is value in your valley, and I want you to never discredit that. I was reminded today by just my loved one, and just reminder of like you have been operating in your gift in season and out of season. You've been operating in your so, what that looks like is that we grow and the Lord is able to work with us. And sometimes the valley, we're learning humility. Sometimes we're growing in our faith. We're growing in our love. The Lord is changing our perspective. Sometimes we're being disciplined in ways that we don't like, but sometimes we're being nurtured and being restored. And sometimes all of this is going on at the same time. But I just want you to know that you're not crazy. I just want you to know that You are worthy. I just want you to know that what you have to give, the world truly needs. And I just want to thank you for being here with me. I want to thank you for being a part of this channel. Um, I just want to thank you for being with me on this hard work journey. I just want to thank you for taking the time to listen now or whenever you take the time to listen. And I just want to thank you for not giving up, seeing value in your valley. I just want to encourage you to continue to be the best version of yourself. And just understand that even if you're not being positive, even if you're not being excited and happy, that's still a good version of yourself because it's an authentic, real version of yourself. And that's what's important because the more you show up and the more you become and be who you be, then you can do what it is you've been created to do and then have all that God has created you to have. And it's in that order. And it's not until we get our lives in that order that we start to experience the blessing and the breakthrough of what God has for us. So I love y'all. I encourage you to continue to just seek the value in your valley and don't ever think less of yourself. Continue to understand that you are necessary, you are needed, and just continue to do your work because remember, when you heal your heart, you transform your life. I love y'all. This is Adelai Brown, your heart coach, signing out with Heart Talk Tuesday at 2. Have a wonderful day.